So we've already learned how to calculate the circumference of a circle using the radius and the diameter. If you haven't checked those videos out, I highly recommend you do so. I will put them in the link of the description. Anyway, today's video is about finding the area of a circle using the radius and the diameter. Using the radius of a circle, we can actually use a formula to find the area. That formula is area equals pi times radius to the power of 2. Now, if you guys do not know what pi is, my last video talks all about it, so I highly recommend you check it out. The link is in the description. Moving on. So, let's use an example with this circle. It has a radius of 8.5 meters. So, if we were to plug this in to the formula over here, area equals pi times 8.5 to the power of 2. The rest here is pretty straightforward, but one common mistake that students do a lot, and I usually do sometimes, is do 8.5 times 2. We're dealing with exponents here, so this means that the number is multiplying by itself. So it would be pi times 8.5 times 8.5. But don't let this trick you either. When you're actually, if you suppose to actually pan this out like this, so pi times 8.5 times 8.5, it would look like this. This is a wrong way to do it. You have to actually put the brackets on here first, just so you won't mix yourself up here. The reason is because some of you might accidentally do pi times 8.5, then you multiply by 8.5. That is actually the wrong way to do it. So erase this way from your brains. You have to use this method over here. So pi times 8.5 to the power of 2. So 8.5 times 8.5 is 72.25. Alright. So the only thing left that we have to do now is multiply 72.25 by pi. If you don't have the pi button in your calculator, you could simply do 3.14 instead of pi. You wouldn't get the exact answer. It's not a very accurate answer, but it's still the right answer. So nonetheless, you would get an answer of 226.98 as your answer. This is actually rounded to 2 digits only. Also, don't forget your units of measurement. So 226.98 meters squared. We're dealing with area here, so you always have to put the squared here. So the area of our circle is 226.98 meters squared. What if we had the diameter of a circle and not its radius? One important thing we need to know is that there is a very important relationship between the radius and the diameter. The diameter is always times 2 of the radius. This is very important to know when it comes to area or any other form of measuring circles, especially circumference. So let's take this circle as an example. We have 52 millimeters as the diameter. So if diameter is times 2 of the radius, then the radius is divided by 2 of the diameter. So if we want to get the radius, all we have to do is divide 52 millimeters by 2, in which we will get 26 millimeters as the radius. Now, we can just solve the formula regularly. We have the radius, and here's our formula. So let's do this. Area equals pi times 26 millimeters to the power of 2. So 26 millimeters to the power of 2, or just 26 to the power of 2, is 676. So pi times 676. By the way, you don't have to put the millimeters while you're solving the actual equation. It actually confuses me a bit, so just keep the numbers. So pi times 676 is our next step. Area equals pi times 676. So obviously this is a tricky one. You always need a calculator for this. But the answer is actually 2123 or 2123.72 millimeters squared. So yeah, that's a bit of a mouthful. It's quite a large number. This is only rounded to 2 digits, by the way. So area of circles is very complex, but after a long period of time, it's going to be easy to understand. So we've already learned how to calculate the circumference of a circle using